Okay, this is how I increased my testosterone like Baki Hammer over here. I know a lot of you are anime nerds, and I actually quite like Baki myself. If you watch the show a little bit, you could see that he has a great physique and he has really high testosterone levels. So, I made a full guide on how to increase your testosterone like Baki. First off, respect to you for clicking on a long, full, unedited guide. Most people click on short, clickbaity vids, 3-4 minutes long. So, this shows that you have a top 1% attention span, so respect. Join the free Discord server if you haven't already. It's for young men on self-improvement. And I'm 15 years old. Alright, let's start. First of all, we need to find a way to measure our testosterone levels. Now, you can do a blood test. There are agencies that you could sign up for where every couple weeks you'll do a blood test. But if you're anyone like me, you don't want to be spending thousands of dollars just to be getting your testosterone levels checked up. Plus, I want to explain to you that testosterone levels don't mean shit unless you check everything else. What do I mean by this? For example, the androgenic effect that we want, muscle, high sex drive, motivation, are not just from testosterone, but it's from your DHT. So all of your androgens put together, plus your androgens in their free forms, plus how sensitive your receptors are, plus how much anti-androgens you have. So there's so much shit that plays along instead of just testosterone. So we want to get our net androgen status up, not just testosterone levels. So how do you know that you have more testosterone than before? Well, dynamometer, so the hand grip thing, determines your total androgen status. Now, you've probably never heard this before, and I'm telling you, if you clicked on this video, you found a golden gem. Because every single day, you can measure your testosterone levels without some fucking bullshit blood test that you cost thousands of pounds to do. There are so many studies showing how much correlated grip strength is to testosterone levels. And you could try this out right now. Get a dynamometer, do all the good testosterone boosting habits for 2 weeks. Eat good, eat all of your vitamins and minerals, sleep good, compete, talk to attractive women, everything, and script that shit. And then, for a week, do all the bad habits. Sleep 2 hours a night, eat like shit, stay at home all day. You're gonna see your grip strength drop significantly. And, just to show you an example, I've got a grip tester right now. Another way you could see that is true is, when you're outside, your testosterone is a lot higher. Because you're pretty much competing for status, right? There's men around, there's women around. So when you're at home, your T levels will be a lot lower, thus making your grip strength lower. So I'm going to squeeze this thing just to show you as an example. Obviously, when you're at home, your grip strength is going to be a lot lower than it usually is. So I'm just going to squeeze. Alright, right now I've got 66 kg. Definitely not my highest. Could be a lot higher. That's 146 pounds. The max I ever got was 76 kg. But yeah, that was when I was outside competing and shit. So, I did a blood test 6 months ago when I had sleep issues and diet wasn't very strict and came out with 650 nanograms total T. I had squeezed the dynamometer and I would get 55 kg on average. So you could see roughly where your testosterone levels are with this. And this is actually more effective than a blood test because a blood test doesn't show all of your anti-androgens, so your serotonin, your cortisol, your prolactin, estradiol, everything. Throughout this guide, you're going to do the good testosterone boosting habits and you're going to see, hopefully, your grip strength go up a lot. Alright. How did higher testosterone change my life and why it will change yours? I was unconfident, anxious, fat. I had zero motivation. And this was with healthy testosterone levels. So if I got 650 on that day, so my testosterone levels will be somewhere from 500 to 700 every single day on average. And as you can see, this is when I had 650 nanograms. I felt like shit. I always had anxiety about little stuff. I felt like everyone was watching me. I had social anxiety. It would be a lot harder for me to lose body fat. With this body fat right now, I eat so much food and I'm not obese. My mood got way better. People around me started to notice, like, oh, why are you such in a good mood now? Because I used to be always angry and shit. Libido went sky high. So we need this to be energized and ready to fight. Just like Baki does. Baki's never like, oh, I'm so tired, man. I don't want to fight today. No. He gets up, fights, and he wants to fight. He's motivated. You see it by his face. In this guide, I'm going to get your testosterone level so high that you feel like BAKI. Let's go. Number one most important part is diet. Number one cause of low testosterone in males. The most important part to having healthy, high levels of testosterone is what you eat. You heard the phrase, you are what you eat, and it's super fucking true. You need a mix of protein, carbs, and fats. You can't stop eating one of them. So don't listen to these dickheads telling you to cut out a complete macronutrient so you get more protein when they are do-stop bodybuilders are taking steroids. They're taking testosterone, so they don't need any. I see a lot of people cutting out carbs. Carbs are super important for your testosterone to not get bound to SHBG, which actually lowers your total androgen status. So you need to be eating carbs, especially if you work out. Your cortisol will be through the roof if you work out a lot and don't eat carbs. Fats is super important. Testosterone is made from cholesterol. So eat foods high in fat and cholesterol like red meat, eggs, oysters, and dairy products. Make sure you get enough zinc. The number one cause of low testosterone from diet is zinc deficiency. The RDA for zinc is 0 to 40 milligrams per day. So if you're a type of guy who eats a bit of chicken but eats loads of bread and phytates, then you're most likely zinc deficient, which is one of your causes for low testosterone. So make sure you're eating red meat or oysters. Eat foods high in boron for your free testosterone. Remember, there is total testosterone in the blood, and then there's free testosterone in the cells. That is actually way more important than total testosterone. So it gives you more free T. And the foods high in boron are avocados, apricots, hazelnuts, and there's many more. You could just search up foods high in boron. I don't really recommend taking supplements for this unless on that day you have not eaten from your diet, but make sure you get it from your diet, because you know why? The reason is, if I tell you to eat a food like avocado, I don't tell you to eat it just because of the boron. I also tell you to eat it because it has healthy fat. I also tell you to eat it because it has a lot of magnesium. So I don't tell you to eat one of these foods just because of one nutrient. It's you get multiple nutrients from this one food. So that's why it's always better than supplements. Also, eat a normal amount of calories. Forget this cutting shit. If you cut your calories too much, your testosterone will go to shit. That's why a lot of people experience fatigue, all the symptoms of low testosterone when they're on a big cut trying to get six-pack abs. Alright, that's been with diet. Body fat. Being too fat will kill your testosterone levels. Aromatase gets stored into your fat cells, which is the enzyme that converts your testosterone into estrogen, the female sex hormone. So imagine, let's say for example Luffy is a fat guy here. Imagine around all of these fat cells are aromatase, the thing that converts this into estrogen, what we don't want. That's why a lot of fat people complain about having a low libido, having no energy. There's the meme that fat people eat and sleep. Why is that? They have no testosterone, they have no energy. Their hormone levels are imbalanced. But on the other side, being too lean can also kill your testosterone level. I picked this picture of BAKI here when he just ate a lot of food. If you don't mind his stomach, you could see his bones just sticking out. You could see his jaw. He looks like he hasn't eaten in weeks. And the thing is, if you get too lean, that will kill your testosterone as much as eating too much. So the sweet spot here is 10 to 20% body fat. If you're a little bit chubby, you're fine. But if it's over 20%, cut that shit down. Second most important thing is sleep, right next to diet. There's a reason why when people say train, eat, sleep, and Master Roshi said this in Dragon Ball, they don't leave out the sleep for no reason. They don't say sleep because it sounds cool. Sleep is super important, not only for your testosterone, but for just you being healthy in general. Testosterone is made during REM sleep. So there are 4 sleep stages. I'm not a sleep expert, so I'm not going to get too into it, but REM sleep, rapid eye movement, is where you make your testosterone. You need your body to be getting optimal recovery and sleep. If you train so much, especially if you box, if you lift a lot of weights, then you probably need more sleep than the average person. Aim for 8 to 10 quality hours a night, and I put quality here for a reason, because if you have a congested nose, if you have sleep apnea or some shit, that will kill your testosterone. So, if you sleep 9-10 hours and you still feel very tired, go to your doctor. And this is the main reason why I couldn't get my testosterone higher before. So the alpha males that say, oh, sleep is for pussies, they're probably sitting on 200 nanograms, probably as much as an old grandpa. Compete. You are a man. Do what men were always doing since the dawn of human time. Now, competition raises testosterone because this hormone was given to us to reproduce, to find a mate. And when you're in competition, your body gives you more testosterone, so you increase your chances of finding a mate, a partner. That's why a lot of people are so competitive. And all these clowns that telling you, oh, competition doesn't matter, and they give you like a participation trophy for being 8th in the race. You fat fuck. Have some shame and try to be a man for us and compete like we always fucking did. This is an example of BAKI about to rip someone's head off, and this is Kratos, and I don't know who the fuck that is fighting. So, these are examples of fighting, but you don't have to be fighting. A lot of people, when they see compete, they always think of boxing or martial arts. You could literally be just playing basketball with your friends. You could be playing sports. You can literally be in a chess game. The biggest recorded testosterone increase was during a chess game. So you're competing for status when you compete. Alright, that's been the guide to having high testosterone levels like BAKI. So, join my free Discord server for like-minded young men on self-improvement. You need brothers on this lonely journey to the top. When you go to your school, most people are not on self-improvement. Sure, there's maybe one guy that goes to the gym and you're calm with him. You might lift weights with him. Well, that's pretty much the only thing you got in common. There's not a lot of people like you. You are the top 1%. And it may sound corny and shit, but walk around. Are you going to see a lot of people who are working out and trying to find a business and trying to improve their lives, trying to increase their testosterone, watching long guys like this, not fucking short clickbaity shit. And only way to find brothers in real life, unless you get really lucky, is through online communities. If you don't find them through online communities, then where the fuck else are you going to find them? This is not my server specifically, just any online server that you relate to. Mine is just on self-improvement, and I'm guessing you're on self-improvement. So if there's an online server for people who really like plumbing, and they want to make money through plumbing, then there's probably a community on that. They're probably talking about plumbing and how to make a career through plumbing, how to get rich. So, join the free Discord server if you haven't already, and subscribe right now. Comment down below if you want more long, full, unedited guides like this. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.